Hey, Tom, Eric Branch with the San Francisco Chronicle. Can you just tell us, what led you to the 49ers? Obviously, there was a relationship with Kyle in the past, but just how did it all come about?
Um, so yeah, I've had obviously previous experience with Coach Shanahan. Um, they knew I was a free agent this year, and I was just kind of going through the process of if I was going to re-sign with the Jets or if I was going to go to another team. And San Francisco had talked to my agent, and my agent let me know that they're interested, and I, immediately was very interested in that. And so they got to talking. I think just standard, you know, team agent talk. And then once it got closer, it was between the Jets and the 49ers. It was kind of a no-brainer for me.
Tom, this is Chris Biederman of the Sacramento Bee. I'm curious about the fact that, you're joining a new team. And I know training camp is a long way off, but what kind of difficult transition might it be for you and some of the other new guys if you had to do training camp in another state potentially?
I don't think it'll be as difficult as people imagine. Obviously, we're going to wait and see what happens. And we kind of just, as football players, we're all about controlling what we can control. And those things are kind of out of our hands, so there's really no point worrying about it. But, I mean, I've moved around so much. Obviously, just moving to California, if I had to go to another state again, it's really no problem. I'm used to moving around. So not sure what – I can't really answer that for anyone else, but I know that I'm comfortable with whatever they throw at us.
Hey, Tom, it's Matt Barrows with The Athletic. We've been penciling you in at right guard in our off-season depth charts. Is that what you see your role being? I mean, is that are you, when you're holding these meetings, are you doing so with the guards and things like that? Or where do things stand with you and your versatility?
Yeah, so the plan is to compete for the right guard position. They're obviously not just going to hand it to me. It's definitely something that has to be earned. So my mindset is that I'm competing for the right guard spot. A nice thing about me as well is that I've played basically every position. So I'm also very versatile when it comes to that. And but yeah, during meetings and stuff, my focus right now is at guard.
Hey, Tom, it's Jennifer Lee Chan here. You're not only familiar with Kyle Shanahan, but you're also familiar with Trent Williams, having played with him in Washington. Does that make your transition to the 49ers a little bit easier? And can you talk a little bit about Trent Williams and what he brings to the line?
Yeah, it's very exciting that we were able to get Trent here because when I had signed here, obviously he was still under with the Redskins, and when I found out that he's going to be a 49er, I was very excited. He's one of the best players in the NFL. Tremendous work ethic. He makes everyone in the line room better, and he's a great dude. So there's really nothing negative I can say about Trent, and it definitely makes it easier having some history with him, having some inside jokes and whatnot.
Hey, Tom, it's Josh Schubert from Associated Press. Just wondering, as a guy who's a sixth-round pick when you came in the league, what are the challenges for some of these lower-round picks and undrafted guys going through an offseason like this where there's no, with everything's virtual and things like that?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being a rookie right now. I know when you're a later round pick guy or not drafted at all, your chances are less than a higher drafted guy. So you really have to, seize your opportunities early and often. It's extremely difficult for those guys, but it's hard whether those are the conditions or not. So everyone's got to go through it, and hopefully, the guys we got are smart guys and can pick up stuff quick because stuff I think is going to be, coming at us pretty fast here. So hopefully all those guys can learn quickly.
Hey, Tom, this is Cam Inman here. You said some stuff might be coming at you guys quick here. what have you been kind of going over these last few weeks and just kind of adjusting to this new team? And what's kind of been an emphasis in your room meetings and with the team meetings?
Basically, right now we're trying to learn the playbook. It's the same whether we're virtual or not. This time of year, teams typically go through the playbook and install everything again and kind of just refresh everybody. Luckily for me, I've been in this offense before, so it's basically just kind of remembering the nuances that come with it. But I know I remember all like the terms, the play calls, all that. So that definitely makes it easier.
Hey, Tom, my name is Matt Mayoko from NBC Sports Bay Area. And as a guy who's been in the league and knows how that 46-man game day roster works, what were your thoughts when you found out that it'd be 48 this year and going forward?
I think it's a great deal. I've always questioned kind of why 46. Why not just dress all 53 guys that you have? And any chance you can get to add guys to your game day roster is huge. It's a tough, long season. Injuries happen, and the more guys I feel like you can have suited up, the better off you are. So I think that's a good change.
You mentioned when it came down to the Jets and 49ers, the 49ers were a no-brainer. Why was that? And also, I guess same with the Jets, you could have had some, stability as far as, staying with one team. Why, I guess, why was that not more, I guess, more of a priority for you?
I think the coaching staff is a huge deal. I know just about everybody on the offensive staff here and have had, previously worked with them, and they're, I think, the best coaches in the NFL. They all work together well. They're all on the same page. It's very cohesive. They're very smart. They're coming up with new things all the time, innovating. And it seems like you'd want to be a part of that. And I know I had a chance with them in Atlanta for a year, and it was awesome. And so I've always wanted to be a part of this system, no matter how it comes about, and just get the opportunity. I try to jump on it as fast as I can.
Hi, Tom. This is David Lombardi from The Athletic. I'm wondering along those lines of the system and you having prior experience with it, how much has it evolved over the years? I know you mentioned a lot of the terminology is the same. Is this the same exact system, or, when you jump back into it, is it interesting to see that some things have progressed or changed?
Yeah, so basically like the foundation is the same. How they go about attacking with outside zone, but it's cool. Like we're going over plays today. Just to kind of see how it has evolved. It's pretty wild. There's things like that they add with the fullbacks, the tight ends, the wide receivers in motion, and it just adds so much to the playbook that it's pretty cool to see how it's evolved.